Assalamu alaikum my dear students. Hope you are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIEVS Home School. I am Nasima Akhtar, Assistant Teacher of Science, National Ideal English Version School, Morning Shift. Dear students, today I am going to take a science class for class 8 students. Dear students, our today's topic is chapter 12. Let's see today's topic from here. Students, our today's topic is chapter 12. Reading done. Today we will read this chapter part 1 and this is lecture number 10 and today's HW number is 8 number HW. So dear students, let's begin the class. Students, this is your book page number 124 and this is chapter 12 and the name of this chapter is the outer space and satellites. Let's see what is written here. Here is written, we can see the sun in the sky at daytime. In a clear night sky there is the moon and innumerable twinkling stars. We are charmed by their beauty. Above us there is the limitless sky and the infinite outer space. The sun, the moon, the planets, the stars, the Milky Way, the galaxies, the outer space all together make our universe. In this chapter we will discuss about the universe. Now come to here on 125 page, lesson 1. The outer space. We see the sun as the brightest object in the sky at daytime. You should not, however, look at the sun directly because it can cause great harm to your eyes. When you look up at the sky at a clear night, what do you see? The dark night sky is dotted with twinkling points of light which we call stars. These may as well be in the sky as a thin arc or as a full circle of light. The brightest planet is Venus and the reddish planet is Mars. Except of the outer planets, except for the outer planets, all other points of light are stars. Sometimes you can see a faint glowing band across the overhead sky when it is clear and dark enough. It is made up of stars too far away to be seen as separate points of light. This band is known as Milky Way. If we look through the telescope, we see many more objects in the sky. The planet Jupiter shines in the sky with its satellite. Outer space is the vast extension of space in which all objects of the sky, including the planets, stars and galaxies, have their existence. The outer space is mostly empty, in which the material objects in different forms are moving in their respective paths. From the outer space, our Earth looks bright like other planets due to the sunlight reflected from their surface. Now come to here, where does the outer space begin? Space is all around Earth and extends beyond the air which surrounds the Earth. The atmosphere of the Earth rotates along with it. This is why the atmosphere is taken as a part of the Earth and not as a part of outer space. Thus, the outer space begins where atmosphere ends. The air surrounding the Earth gets thinner as you go upward until there is none at all. When we go about 160 kilometers above the ground, the space becomes almost empty. Although space itself is almost empty, there are many exciting things out there such as planets, stars and galaxies. How far the outer space is extended? In physical science, we believe in the observable far the outer space is extended. In physical science, how far the outer space is extended? In physical science, we believe in the observable world. Space has no meaning unless there are events or the existence of matter in it. Thus, the extension of space in the physical sense is the farthest point in space where from information can reach us. The most distant galaxy from which light can reach us determines that size of the universe as also the limit of space. In the old concept, space was infinite in its extensions, but in modern science, the most distant galaxy from which light can reach us determines the size of the universe and also the limit of space. You will see that this limit is very large but finite. Now listen to the universe, how the universe is defined. The universe is composed of all existing matter and space as a whole. The world, the earth, the planet, the stars, far and near, comets, galaxies, small insects, dust, visible and invisible things all comprise the universe. Nobody knows how big is the universe. The shape and size of the universe is unknown to all. Many scientists think that there is no beginning and ending of the universe. Again, some people believe that the universe has size and shape. Humans are discovering new information about the universe now and then, but much of it is still beyond knowing. However, this unknowing will continue forever. Although many things are not known to us, the scientists think that a lot of elements of the universe are scattered here and there in the outer space. The existence of matters in some parts of the universe is higher than another part. The matters concentrated on a large volume in some part of the universe is called galaxy or star world. Galaxy is a large group of comets and stars. Our Earth exists in the galaxy of Milky Way. There are crores of galaxies in the universe where exists crores of stars. The galaxies move in groups in the outer space as the bees fly in the biosphere in groups. The stars of the galaxy seems very near in comparison to the unlimited outer space, but it is not true. They are so far from one another. Let us think about the distance among them. We know that light runs about 0.3 million kilometers way per second. The distance between the Earth and the Sun is about 150 million kilometers. The sunlight takes approximately 8 minutes 20 seconds to reach the Earth. On the other hand, the sunlight takes more than 4 years to reach Alpha Centauri, the nearest star from the Sun. This Alpha Centauri is the nearest star from the Sun. Light takes a few millions of years to reach from a farthest star to another farthest star. Now you can realize that what is the distance from one star to another star and how mammoth the universe is. Mammoth here is meaning is vast. How vast the universe is. Now come to here 127 page. The solar system exists in the galaxy named Milky Way. The stars are seen twinkling and shining from the earth. Each of the stars is a mass of burning gas, and so it has light and heat. The stars in the space are classified in three colors: red, indigo and yellow. The biggest stars are red in color, medium are yellow and small stars are indigo. Now how the universe is created. From the available evidence on the age of the universe, the helium abundance and the temperature of the background radiation, astronomers think that the universe started with a massive explosion. This is called Big Bang theory. It happens about 15 million years ago. A huge explosion sent everything racing outward in all directions. Before the Big Bang, everything was packed incredibly close together to a point of high temperature and density. Over time, it has expanded into the universe we see today. When scientists look at distant galaxies, they see that other galaxies are moving away from our galaxy. More distant galaxies are moving away faster. In fact, all the galaxies are moving away from each other. We say that the universe is expanding. Now lesson 3, natural planet or satellite. The galaxy to which we belong, is the Milky Way. In this Milky Way, the Sun is located along with its family members. They together form the solar system where 8 planets are revolving round the Sun. These planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Some of the planets have more than one satellite. The objects which revolve around the planets are called satellites. For example, the moon is revolving round the earth and Earth's satellite. Where did planets and satellites come from? Now come to here 128. Where did planets and satellites come from? Scientists think that the sun, the planets and their satellites are formed from a huge cloud of gas and dust around 4,500 million years ago. A star near the cloud exploded, making the cloud spin. As the clouds spun around, the stuck together to form lumps. In time, the stars crashed into each other and that formed satellites. The cloud in the same way gathered into lumps around the planets to form their satellites. The planets and satellites do not radiate light or heat because they are not big enough to start nuclear reaction as happened in stars. The Earth has one satellite, Mars has 2 satellites, Jupiter has 67 satellites, Saturn has 62 satellites, Uranus has 27 satellites and Neptune has 14 satellites. Now lesson 4, artificial satellites and history of their development. A smaller body orbiting a large one, usually a planet, is called a satellite. An artificial satellite is a space vehicle designed to orbit a large body, usually the Earth. In the 19th century, the use of rocks in war was advanced. As early as the 11th century, the Chinese used war rockets. Towards the end of the Second World War, V-2 rockets were designed by Germans. After the war, These rockets were adopted for space travel by scientists in Russia and North America. Rockets are propelled in a similar way to jet propelled aircraft. The fuel is burned in a combusting chamber and the hot gases flow out of the nozzle. The reaction of the fast moving gas on the rockets produced the forward thrust. The moon is a natural satellite of our Earth. An artificial satellite is much smaller than the moon and moves in a much smaller orbit. For every orbit, there must be a definite outward centrifugal acceleration of the satellite to balance the inward attraction due to gravity. For this, the velocity of the satellite is similar when its distance from the Earth is large. It then takes more time to complete one revolution around the Earth. We know that the Earth revolves on its axis once in 24 hours. If an artificial satellite revolves around the Earth in 24 hours, it will appear to be at rest with respect to the Earth. The history of artificial satellite is not very old. The first journey into the outer space was initiated by the Soviet Union on October 4, 1957, when they sent the artificial satellite Sputnik 1. In the same year, they sent Sputnik 2 on 2nd December. The first American artificial satellite was Explorer 1, which was launched on 2nd December 1958. Vostok 1 was the first manned space mission by Soviet Union, which carried the first person in space, Yuri Gagarin, on April 12, 1961. Valencia V. Tereskova of USSR is the first woman who went to space on June 16, 1963 in Vostok 6. Intelsat 1 was launched as communication satellite for commercial use. For remote sensing, the satellite CanSat 1 was launched in 1972. Apollo Soyuz was taken as the mission in 1975 for international communication. Over 5,000 satellites have been launched to transmit telephone, radio and television signals around the world. Fewer than half are still orbiting and many have stopped working and are orbiting as space junk. Now students, I have finished my today's topic. Now I will give you HW. Our HW is, today's HW number is 8 number HW, and you have to make 5 knowledge based question based on these lessons 1 to lesson 4 with question and answer. 5 knowledge based question with question and answer. It will be your HW. So dear students, I hope you have understood today's topic. Keep practice it at home and do your essay HW in your HW copy. So dear students, stay home and we'll see you again in our next class.